Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Bucharest Minor EU Closed Qualifiers. We are back with the second game between Hippomaniacs and Vega Squadron. Vega, of course, taking a one-game lead after what I think you could say, Alan, was a much closer game than they had hoped for.
Absolutely. And I think Vega can't be entirely happy with their execution throughout that match, despite coming out with a win. There were some times, particularly just hanging around that dire side top lane on the enemy side of the map, that they looked a little bit disjointed, a little bit unsure of what they wanted to do. But Kezu, with an absolutely wonderful shot call in a key Rax push, gets them that bottom lane of Rax for free, and they're able to win the base race, kiting around the Supreme Medusa in the finisher.
Of course, now we are going to see a much more aggressive opener from Vega. This is very early game focused with the Undying and the Rubik pick.
Yeah, of these two teams, Hippomaniacs have also picked Undying in the first phase in their last 10 drafts. I still like this hero a lot in this patch. Very lane focused, very aggressive. I like the potential of that Flesh Golem to make the hero tanky now in these fights. And I think Flesh Golem is just an underrated ability to begin with.
Definitely an interesting change. Most people sometimes forget about it. I think we had a series a few days ago where, of course, the team kept jumping on the Undying, think it was the easy kill, forgetting he gets an extra 400,000. I think it's 1,600 HP.
Yeah, exactly. Now that I believe was the final tribe game, right, where they got caught initiating onto that Undying with a Juggernaut Omni Slash, and he just doesn't. It just doesn't do anything to him, right? He gets so much more tanky, and I think Undying, it's kind of like, remember when they added the MAME like effect to Sanjay and Yasha, and all of a sudden it became clear that it was doing something, and people were like, "Oh, this is a really good item now." I think the same thing would happen if they added like more of an effect to the Flesh Golem damage amp. If you could tell that it was working, I think more people would pick and use this hero effectively, because it really does do a lot in some of these fights.
Yeah, it's especially effective because now it's what, 7% HP lost, I believe, which is no small feat, especially with that additional health.
It's 400 AoE. It's a small AoE, but again, because you get this flat 1,600 health in level 3, and then you do 7% of current HP per second as magic damage in a 400 AoE around you. Yeah, you're a presence. This is now a hero that has to be dealt with actively in these team fights, rather than just being this big beefy guy that you can take down at your leisure. Now, I like the Rubik Undying open a lot. Again, we've been on and on about the flex value of the Rubik. I won't go back there. This is Hippomaniacs sticking to their guns. I think this Axe Dazzle combo works very, very well for them. I think they feel like they probably, weren't far off in that last game either.
No, they got to be feeling pretty confident. It was a base race in the end. They just got kited pretty well. I don't think I'd advise going back to the Deucer, not with this opener, because last time, I mean, you were skirting a fine line, but this from Vega, this opener is much more aggressive, and that means Deucer and Void. You can't have two greedy cores like that.
Yeah, well, you can, but if you do, you absolutely must have great lane matchups around them, because Undying is a hero that can just sweep you right off the lanes.
We'll see the Tinkerband. Vega said, "No way in hell are we letting you get a win with something cheese focused like that."
Oh, careful. Yeah, I've seen Husker picks.
Well, you never know. We might see him here. We saw some Meepo today already. Who knows? I don't think I've seen any Meepo out of either of these teams in recent times. So, unlikely. Although that's a safe bet. Terrorblade, still a good hero. Just want to go for a nap now, Alan? Are we just done? It's a Terrorblade.
No, Terrorblade, I don't know. Terrorblade doesn't bother me nearly as much now. I think he's gotten maybe not enough nerfs, but I don't feel like he's this just complete BS hero. And this is an excellent counter to him in the 4-position Elder Titan. We've talked, again, we've already talked about this in previous drafts, but it's relevant here. The fact that you now get armor from that Ancestral Spirit, and that enables you, it used to be, right, to take away the Terrorblade's base armor, your hero himself, not just the spirit, has to be right on top of him. It used to be that Terrorblade could just meta up and you just died as ET. You're a strength hero. You have no armor. All of a sudden now you become more tanky from getting hits off that Astral Spirit. You can stand on the Terrorblade while your team is killing him.
Definitely, this hero is becoming very popular. Most people focusing on, oh, well, he got a buff to the amount of damage he gets each creep. Nope, it's the other elements of the new Astral, plus the fact that Agi heroes are in high demand in the current meta.
Right. I think I think you're going to see a lot of Elder Titan this patch. I mean, there were even a couple players that were playing around with core Elder Titan when 7.2.0 first came out. I'm definitely not convinced by that, but I think this is a hero that certainly has a role in the current meta.
I feel like the only person I've seen make core Elder Titan work in a very long time, several months now, was Newbie.
MSS?
Yeah.
Oh, a newbie. Okay.
SCCC running at mid.
MSS was the one that I saw that has made Offlane Terrorblade look pretty good in a couple patches, but I'm pretty sure that's just because he's the man. Like, he's a very good player. People don't realize.
Oh, not the Terrorblade, the ET.
Oh, the ET. I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Core ET. Anyway. I think we were saying the same thing.
Yeah. We have got
Mage
the Puck, though.
Puck.
This is a resurging mid right now. Like, this hero was all but dead. Everyone was saying, buff Puck, please, terrible hero. And I don't think it was as much the hero's weaknesses as it was the kind of tempo of the game, and also that a lot of dot-based heroes were popular.
I mean, they went to this against NIP the other day in the clincher, in that best of 3 that they played. So
that was their way. Was that Fada? I thought it was Fada. Yeah, Fada done that, right? For NIP.
No, it was Vega. Fada played the Puck in the series. Maybe Dota Buff is bugged out here, because I do remember seeing Fada playing Puck, but
and I do remember us covering it. It's just...
Yeah, we covered it, but I know, I'm pretty sure I remember this. It was a Mage Puck against a Fata Lina in the clincher.
It might have been. I'm sorry. I'm focused on the Fada one because
I know
that created a lot of space.
Oh, that was fun. And it was fun just seeing him back on what used to be one of his signature heroes and still one of the winningest player-hero combinations all time. But anyway, I really do like the Puck here. I like, the Hippomaniacs have a lot of team fight combo potential. I thought we were going to see this. I really did. I thought we were going to see some kind of cheese here for Hippomaniacs. They have shown the Husker in the past.
They have indeed. The new Husker, in fact, pretty lethal against these right-click carries, especially with the built-in disarm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He does have to get pretty close to Terrorblade to be able to apply that. What's the radius on that? Do you remember?
It's the decent size. It's maybe 300-400, but at the same time, you just life break in and then immediately disarm.
Yeah, exactly. And it's you got to worry that you're giving up the Sunder when you do that, but it's still something that can threaten him to the point where like one nuke can finish him off.
It should be remembered here, this is not your full old Husker, right? He still throws out his burning spear, still scary like that. And don't get me wrong, he's going to have an advantage in this lane against this Puck because dots against the Puck is effective, but you have to remember the most important thing here, which is that while he did get buffs in other ways, Huskar's magic resistance was removed from his passive.
Right, exactly. So he gets that's much more hurt by nukes on the other side.
Absolutely.
And you got plenty of that already coming out from the Rubik and the Puck.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out early on, considering I've heard some people very angry about how much health you can get, so quickly on the Husker. Because now, yes, you don't have that match resistance, but buy braces, get tanky, and get match resistance. Right.
I mean, and when you talk about it, right, I mean, now health regen at max level, health regen up to 80% of strength based on missing health. I mean, you don't need inner vitality anymore.
Well, just you build it in the inventory instead. And also on top of that, at level 10, you do get a health or damage talent. And, well, with everything we just said, the health talent does look pretty desirable.
Yeah. Just give you a little bit extra to work with. Interesting Meepo band there on the side of Vega Squadron. The double cheese.
Well, it would screw over the Puck, especially if you get caught in that net. You have no escape.
The question to me is, do you think about moving this Puck to a 3 position and putting something else in the offlane that might match up a little better against the Husker?
That does seem more desirable. I think you have to dodge this Husker regardless. Like I said, you can do more damage to him, but it's still a Husker. It's still a dot-based hero against a very squishy, elusive Puck.
Right. And so the question is, what really crushes Huskar now? I'm not like
Lena.
There are, yeah, that's the thing. I wonder if it's not you just pick straight magic burst because you got Puck's combo sets up pretty well for like multi-hero LSAs.
Yeah, it's also the case. I was gonna say you're getting down to like half HP and then you burst him. It's not like he's gonna attack you quickly before then.
By the way, the obvious answer to my question is the hero that Hippo had just banned.
Of course, especially
like Core AA crushes.
Yeah, with the new chill and touch in the one-on-one, you could actually potentially run in mid. I'm not sure I'd advise.
That's what I'm saying. I think you can't. It's a niche. It's definitely a niche thing. But I think in this particular match, Core AA could have been a thing. Okay.
Ooh, okay. Morphling coming out.
That's one of the big things about a Huskar is even before, and certainly with the way he's changed now, he is killable. I like Huskar so much better as a mid, a space creator, kind of clearing the way for a primary carry like a Morphling.
This definitely was, as Lizard would put it, it was becoming the pub stomper. Like he was seeing it in every high-level pub game. It was the easy win. And then it started to leak into the pro scene again. In that mid roll, as you said, it just controls the tempo of the game effectively because you can't really ignore it. And that's one way to try and deal with the Huskar. The OD pick coming out, of course, this is risky because if you throw out that Astral, then you get jumped straight away. Right. So I actually have not seen this matchup in the new patch. I think OD plays pretty well here, right? Because OD and Huskar are both like, they're kind of trying to do the same thing. They're both just they're killing heroes. They're outputting a bunch of damage. But I think OD can control him in lane at least early on. He does a relatively good job. The problem you always run into is around Astrals. Like you want to use Astral to disrupt his farming, which means when he comes out, he can aggress you.
Is this safe lane Huskar?
This might be. Like they've done this before, right? We thought it was going to be Supreme mid and it wasn't. So this is probably going to be Huskar mid. I like Huskar mid more than I like Morphling mid up against an OD matchup.
I think in this particular game you have to Huskar mid, right?
You don't have another choice. You really don't. So it looks like Kezu will be on that.
Okay,
puck.
They are right. This is what I'm saying. A three position puck I think does his job just as well here. And you pick something that's going to match up with the Huskar in the mid lane.
We were seeing a transition towards that position for pucks as it was kind of becoming clear that the off lane was all about this initiation and control in fights, and that is what puck leans itself towards very well.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that. I'm glad that the classic off lane has come back. I mean, it was a little bit interesting for a while in the meta last year where you had these sort of interchangeable farming side lane cores, and a lot of the playmaking onus fell onto the 4 and 5 positions, but I think it's just good for the game to have this differentiated off lane role where, you kind of tread water in the lane and then you come in and you make these spectacular team fight plays.
Well, and we'll get to see what it can pull off in this game as this decides whether Hippomaniacs have a leg to stand on or if they are completely done and dusted in these minor qualifiers.
I think I do like this draft of Vega. The more I look at it,
it looks more clear, right? The order to it. Like you've got a lot of focused damage coming out, whereas I'm looking at Hippomaniacs, and if the Huskar someone gets shut down lane, there's not going to be enough time for this Morphling to get online, and I don't like Axe's odds rather of trying to control the mid game tempo when he's up against the puck.
Does Life Break count as a mobility ability for the purpose of the puck coil?
I don't. Yes, but I think you're leaping. You're a spell immune, so you won't be stunned.
Yeah, and Life Break does apply the purge at the beginning of spell immune. So yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it's a basic spell, but it's like the spell immune part is the important part. So you'll break the coil and you won't get stunned. Pretty damn effective, actually. Why his hero can be completely disgusting. That does usually mean he goes deeper. I wonder
if he gets Ags if that interaction changes. But I think we're right. That Ags.
Yeah, he shouldn't. No, because it just let me check. Because it's Ags allows it to pierce spell immunity. So theoretically, it should actually stun.
Well, no. What I'm saying is the mechanic, right, is that it would prevent you from moving with the life break, but because the spell, not only does the spell immunity get applied, but it applies a purge. Just like when you activate BKB.
Yeah.
BKB applies a strong dispel to you in addition to making you spell immune.
Are you looking
so the question is, if you had BKB already active, Ags Dream Coil can stun you, right? But the question is, do you still get that purge as Husker? Anyway, it's just something we can test afterward.
Yeah, I still think you get stunned. Like, you're going to get stunned regardless if it's an Ags upgrade for the park. But before it, you should actually purge. You should be fine because it's spell immunity, right? Like, you have to think of the state of life break similar to, well, actually exactly the same as a BKB being active. So anything that goes through BKB should actually impact you
while you're leaping. Yes.
Yeah. Like, the basic spell at the start is the important part, but let's say you're mid-leap and you get Primal Roared, I'm pretty sure you end up stunned when you arrive. Which is always funny to watch.
Oh, they're gonna hate me for this.
This looks like he's delivered himself to be killed. After that Fairy Crafting, we're going to see early movement coming out from Vega. But Axe is far back already. Hippomaniacs, you can see the way they're posturing. They are not willing to take any risks.
Yeah, Vega, and Vega knows that, right? Vega's got to know that they have him a little bit on the back foot here, and you can expect the beginning of this game to be a little bit conservative. I'm curious of whether they are going to actually commit to a tri-lane down here.
You can maybe find a kill onto the Axe. Like, you have to keep in mind there's a K to whittle them down. On top of that, I think the thing that people always forget about Puck is he's got good base damage, and the illusory orb allows him to relocate.
Well, I just don't see them. I don't see them leaving the Terrorblade alone for any period of time.
Well, I mean, like, first wave, and that's it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's absolutely it. They are going to start with 3 up here on the side of Hippomaniacs. They're actually just scouting to see if anyone's blocking.
Is MNT going to camp Courier here?
He might do. He's in position.
This Husker, oh no, Husker lost the block big time.
Oh, wow.
If he gets his Courier camped, oh, he is screwed in this lane if this Courier dies.
He's feeling a little bit precious.
MNT? MNT?
No, he's going to go back for it. He wants it on the return, so he definitely sees it, and he will. Here it comes. Out you come. Oh, he left. Oh,
he TP'd out.
What?
He TP'd out like the Courier was right there.
All right, that was bad from me. I'd actually changed to fog mode, so I was sitting there. It was like, oh, he's gonna come out any second, but no, he just gives up.
That was okay. That was bizarre.
Missed opportunity. That does mean that Curry can begin to recover, as he is actually evening up with Mage already. He's at that sweet spot he wants to be, which is half HP, where he can attack pretty damn fast, and Mage can't contest. Hey, have you ever seen an axe?
To be fair, Monitor's probably like, get your ass up here. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Like, I'm missing a few CS, help me. I was just watching the axe get ever so squishy, as he was up to 16 strength lost at about 480 HP. They're actually bringing the Undying up here, though. They realize it's try time.
Okay.
Which is interesting, because in this bot lane, we talked about dots and how it impacts Puck. Luckily, though, Battle Hunger, you can get rid of it. You have got some burst damage to nuke off creeps. Top, though. Uh-oh. TP out. Seni, this is brave. He doesn't get it.
No, that's 3 heroes on top of you, buddy.
And it's even worse, because he tried for that TP. The Walk of Shame begins. He's got to do
the Walk of Shame.
And you need to be there for a quick level 2, because if you're in a try scenario, Shadow Wave.
Look at Susker. That's 1 bracer, and he's got 16.3, 16 HP regen.
He's actually going to be close to death here.
And he's getting it through the Astral, though.
He is.
That's the thing. You continue regenning while you're banished.
No, that's true. Like, you could actually, if you salve before you got Astral, you'd be fine as well. It's pretty ridiculous. Thus, every time Mage tries this, he's trying to stay competitive here. Huskar's not really falling behind too much. And the parts that he is just because of the Astral. Like, you expect to be a few CS behind an OD in this type of lane, but as you get these levels, you're going to see that Astral not be used aggressive anymore, and being aggressive in the top.
Madara?
Gets ran down by Muff, just casually here. They had the poison touch.
Such a weird place for that. Okay.
That's the only thing, though. Like, there's no other way that they can get the kill on you.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Axe. Saberlight's gone pretty deep here. Kezu does have the illusory orb. Throw it out. He says, Saber, you're not leaving that way. He has got the Waning Rift as well. And it looks like
dead.
Axe should be going down. He's going to use the stick. Shouldn't make a difference as Kezu sidesteps forward. And doesn't want to waste any time as he TPs back to lane. Actually, Kezu, look at his damage already. Yeah, look at his damage already as well. Up to 69. He hits hard. You can't underestimate that.
Yeah, and that's pre-null.
We'll get 10 times worse. Crescent on a Pexu here. They're going to keep the poison touch going. Metamorphosis activated by Madara's
careful. Oh, God.
Soul Rip almost gets him. He's going to continue on a Pexu, trying to tank up with the decay, but they're going to lift back on a Muff instead. Look for that kill. We'll be able to find it. Supreme still chasing here as he's agied up. And Pexu, got to be careful. Seen once more. They'll finish him off, but Supreme needs to start morphing to move away. Is it going to be enough? Shadow Wave will help him a little bit. It's going to be a close call, though. They will back off as they see the ET arrive.
Well played.
Uh-oh. Poison touch. Maybe next time? He should be fine. They can't aggress like this with Madara in the Metamorphosis.
No, but, I mean, Muff is just getting a ton of value out of his ET in the tri-lane.
Alright. Puck, meanwhile, living life on the edge here. Toying with the Axe, who has gone past the tower to get the creeps.
Love it.
All about that Puck play. Mage in the mid lane. He's getting pretty low here. Luckily, Curry isn't even halfway towards 6. And you can already see an XP disparity between these two. I'm actually concerned because as soon as he does reach 6, he just life breaks you and you're dead. And
he's a level up too. He's almost a full level ahead of this OD in the mid lane. And this is my question about this matchup. I was not convinced that it was as OD favored as it would have been in previous patches.
No, it's just not. You're in this scenario now where it's like, because the way the Arcane Orb works, you can't just casually spam it out around level 4.
Yeah, it's so mana expensive. You don't have that free restore anymore. Pexu looping around, but he's not going to catch anybody here.
Nope, he's just going to move straight towards bot because I believe Kezu has said something along the lines of, can we deal with this freaking Axe that is sitting between my towers?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the powers of the Axe.
Oh, OD?
Yeah, well.
You look away from
you were talking about that the minute he hits 6.
Oh, I was watching for another 6 because Kezu has got access to the Dream Call now. But Saberlight can always just... Well, actually, he doesn't have a TP. They can walk in, they'll realize it as well. Soul Rip gets him down a little bit lower, and there's the Dream Call committed. As questions will be asked as to why Axe had no TP. Even breaks the call. Gives the kill over to Kezu. Nice guy. There you go in the mid lane, the life break again. You saw it, Mage barely moved away in time from Kari.
Oh, that is terrifying.
Yeah. The horror story
is going to be a problem.
He can just keep building braces as well. I mean, he's got his boots completed, and then you just go into another bracer, then the armlet. You're going to have so much health.
Almost 50% HP, and he's still getting 20% regen. Or 20 flat HP regen. That's nuts.
Balances out at this point around the half HP mark, which is where you're too tanky for the OD to kill you, but you attack fast enough that he can't risk trying to engage with. You actually need a hard stun, and you look on the side of Vega, they don't have many in the way of that. It's mainly just the Rubik.
Yeah, 2 heroes sent up through the dire jungle, including an ET with a DD rune here.
Can he do something, though? He's trying to stack as much damage with the Spirit. The chase is on to Madara. They've got the lift. They'll turn around. Maybe next time he's feeling the pain. They're actually going to use Metamorphosis, but maybe next time's already down. Muff will move away in time. Can he get the courier? Oh, he almost got the courier. They're dangling in front of him. And Kezu is here now. He has got the Dream Call. If he can catch both of these, it's going to be nice. There we go. Moves in. Waning Rift is there as well. They'll turn around, finish off ET. Kezu's taking a lot of damage, though. Won't matter, as they just overwhelm Dazzle, who's left behind, as his comrade is already dead. That is the recovery Mage needed.
Yes, it is. And meanwhile, just an attempt on the Saberlight Axe bottom comes to nothing as Pexu came in, dropped the tombstone on the backside near the tower, but Axe just ran right away.
It's an interesting move coming out. I think the Undying struggling to find relevance
here.
Curry.
Curry gets lifted back. He life breaks in.
No, yeah, they get rid of the silence on him instantly. The timing on that as well. If the Waning Rift connects, you can probably finish him off. Well, I say that with the Dazzle nearby. In fairness, though, we said before about this, Shallow Grave doesn't tend to get level before 5. Mage. No, no.
Skill point in any event.
No. They've got the poison touch. They can keep chasing the burn. He's feeling it. They can't get close enough, though. He will escape. It looks like ET didn't opt for a point in Echo Stomp. We haven't really been seeing that much, actually. It's usually been this 2 points in Astral, 1 in the natural order. As a result...
TB's got a lot of space, though.
He is. He's top of CS, up to 61, compared to a 39 on the Morph.
Yeah, okay, but some of those are jungle CS because the Husker is still heading out with, oh boy.
Well, that's pretty deep. Huskar may have overstepped the line here. They're going to zone out Pexu. Kezu's here as well. Dream Call.
Oh, they get the silence on him, yeah.
Yep, he can't do anything but die here as Kezu claims a kill, and now Muff's a little bit too deep. Elder Titan trying to move away. Pexu will go down. Shallow Grave is there. He's going to turn around to hit on the Madara, but when he comes out, he's going to be dead from the Astral.
I mean, it's Saberlight, meanwhile, is just still kind of thinking about it, but I don't think that's what you want there, buddy. Especially they can see you.
Oh, they might catch Kezu, but he already was suspicious there.
No, he knew. He knew. That ward's been down.
Absolutely. Well, he didn't know if they'd TP'd or left. They were trying for something cute, seeing as Saberlight hasn't got a blink. He just completed the Vanguard. All the while, the pressure continues to come in the mid. They know they can't let this OD get ahead because he will just ruin the Huskar's day. Especially seeing as, you know, when you build these braces, you're not really stacking a lot of in.
Yeah, but that was a really important kill on that Husker because there was a little bit of a gap. And he was, I believe, the first to hit 4K net worth and just fell back after he died there.
Absolutely. You can't let a Huskar snowball. It's one of these type of heroes that if he does get a great lane, he just takes over the entire game.
I mean, in this game right here, right, setting his arm timing back like even 90 seconds is super significant.
All the while, Madara just continue to farm. At this rate, he'll end up top net worth in the next 2 minutes. Carablade, folks. Doesn't matter what you're doing to him in lane, there's always a jungle. Yep. Oh my god, side slips! Supreme!
That's, oh my god, second game that we've seen just a Morphling walking around on full Agi and...
They never learn. They never learn. It's a triple null talisman OD and you thought you'd be okay, and now that OD might not be okay himself. Curry will move in. He's got the Astral, and look, the TP's all of the team cover 3 members here to back up the Outward Devourer.
Yeah, that's 4 levels in imprisonment there, so the skill is now on a 10-second cooldown.
Good thing he did max out as well, or he would have had his goose cooked. All the while, the person we haven't talked about is maybe next time, who has just been soaking in the XP in this top lane.
That's what he does.
Oh no, he got the perfect steal as well.
Oh, that's actually disgusting. Full strength morph Rubik, 1400 HP.
Good luck killing him now. The dream for a Rubik in this type of scenario is to get it that early. Basil just going to chase here. They might be able to run him down, actually. He moves so slow because this is the other thing with the way Agi is.
That's right. That's right.
299 movement speed, and that's with boots. They'll find him. They turn to Rubik himself. Says, if you want to be me, I'll be you. And it used to be so simple as Rubik. You took that steal, you fully strength, you didn't care. Now you have to worry.
To it.
You have to worry about that movement speed these days. Actually, pretty deep here. Just get some wards down. This should set up for the push coming out from Terrorblade. Metamorphosis coming off cooldown soon in 15. Looks like they're trying to pile on the pressure because they made sure Madara has a decent stack of gold, but now they need to utilize him to tower push because he's the only one who can.
Well, and you say that. Meanwhile, Husker just completed his armlet. He is out here looking for blood.
Throwing the halberd next as well. He doesn't want to have to worry about either the TB or the OD. Still seems to forget that magic damage is the thing, though. Mage thinking about this. He just wants to slow down the push, get rid of a few of the creeps. They're moving in. Oh, Supreme with the backstab. Knocks OD straight towards the Huskar, and that's the kill they want.
That adaptive. Yeah, he wasn't fully morphed out. He had a bit of strength there.
Oh, wow, look at Pexu go here. Dreamcall committed, Curry in a little bit of trouble. Shallow Graves there. The lift, though, to stop him from attacking. Or life break up the high ground. Gets the wrong puck, though. Kezu getting low, needs to be killed. Earth Splitter is enough to bring down the Undying. And Curry's still alive. Meanwhile, on the back foot, Kezu, he's taking an interesting escape route. He's got the illusion orb available. He needs to use it right now. There we go. He'll make it out.
What did Curry life break there?
He life breaked one of the illusions.
A Puck illusion, okay.
Yeah, got up to the high ground, and then that stage, Puck just took too much damage from the right clicks alone.
Got it, got it.
Fun times. But, you know, they fully had him. But this is the problem with the Dazzle Huskar combo. You need to eliminate that Dazzle first.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it doesn't matter, right? That Husker is taking more magic damage if he's getting graved in a timely manner.
Absolutely, and of course, Armlet. Well, there isn't a hero in the game that uses Armlet better than Huskar. And if he wants, it's young.
Not right now.
If he wants to be on that low health, he will. You know, you can't try and go, we don't need to deal with him. He'll be full HP. He's always going to make sure he's around the half HP mark at least.
And this halberd is going to be a problem for them.
Well, how do they eliminate him then? It's like it's all on Puck right now. But we said about stacking these braces, and you look at his strength. It's already got him up to 2k HP.
Well, it's not only is it 2k HP, but he's getting 40 some. Look at this. I mean, he's getting 40 some regen, 50 regen at 1200 HP. Like that's very, very hard to deal with. You've got to power through that.
I think the words you're looking for are freaking
you don't
nuts.
have that much nuke on top of Puck.
And now they're going to Roche, which is so easy with the new Dazzle because of the bad juju.
Yeah, it is.
They're running down. Actually, I can't remember if the bad juju works on Roche. I haven't taken note of that before. No, it doesn't. Thank God.
Armored?
No, thank God. That would be beyond busted.
Man, Curry was letting himself get pretty low there.
That's the life of Huskar. Usually,
that's Armlet.
That's the thing. Usually, you kind of like pull out to the side of the pit, so it keeps walking back just as your armlet runs out. But he felt more confident with everyone in the pit with him.
Kazu on the hunt through the Radiant jungle here with his Blink Dagger.
What can he do with it is the question. He can see a creep wave and slow down any push opportunity they have in the mid lane. Because you look right now at Hippomaniac's movement, they're just invading the jungle.
Yeah, and they're invading the jungle and they're taking away this space for the Terrorblade to farm. He's down bottom pushing here.
Well, Puck's here as well. So there should be a safe push as they scout out behind. Metamorphosis has been used. Midara wants this tier 2. It's usually useless, but you know what? It's a distraction. You get out of the way this early, you never feel the need to come for it later.
Well, I mean, it's gold. Okay.
All right. He TP's in. The tombstone did break the trees. That will make the tower deniable. There we go. Huskar gets it. They didn't want to commit too hard. They knew they couldn't because the shrine, of course, is, well, right next door to that tier 2.
And that's a very big deal there because you're exactly as you were saying for the tower, right? They're pushing for the gold there on Terrorblade. They're pushing there partly because that's one of the most efficient ways that Terrorblade can be accumulating resources at this point, is to push and get that tower gold. So that deny becomes even more significant.
And he needs a lot in this game because this isn't that type of game where you as a Terrorblade goes, Huskar's low HP. Like current HP or relatively low. I'll just Sunder, finish off the final tap. If he does get stupidly low, there's always that shallow grave, and he's never going to be above half HP anyway.
But you also look at what's happened to the Vega farm distribution, right? And at 10 minutes into the game, I'm not sure it was 10, but maybe 8. It was actually Puck that was highest. He was Husker hit 4K net worth briefly and then died, and Puck was the first to 4K net worth, so he was the most farmed on his team. Since then, Terrorblade is now up to 9K, and there is quite a gap between then the Hippo cores and then the Puck. Nobody else on the Vega side is farming right now.
But just trying to find a way to stem off this aggression that's coming out. As Hippomaniacs, they claim a tier 2, and this is just going to rinse and repeat. They can go mid, they can go top. This is the power spike for Huskar. In fact, he's going to pressure high ground.
Yeah, and Vega just looks like they sort of realized early in the game that OD was not going to be the laning counter to the Husker they had hoped. And they made a few adjustments in terms of attempting to apply pressure, but they haven't found a way yet to deal with it in the mid game.
Well, and they're struggling. You can already see with Armlet on, he sustains around half HP.
Oh, MNT has life break.
Well, Silence going to be out on a curry. They'll get him low. They can't finish him off. He has got the halberd as well, so they're reluctant. The disarm just to make sure no one tries to get aggressive.
That ability is super strong.
It's insanely strong. You can't just circle around and just overwhelm him. You think about all the heroes that would have been decent against him. Like, imagine PL, right? Imagine PL trying to dive in, surrounds you. You don't know which one's real. It doesn't matter. Just disarm him, walk away.
Yeah, and that had been one of the classic counters to Husker was any illusion hero. But I mean, when you're talking about a 4-second disarm, that's a 4-second disarm on at max level, a 12-second cooldown.
You want to feel disgusting, Alan? If you ever get a Chaos Knight pick in your game, pick Husker.
Look at the smoke play down here. They may get something for this.
Oh,
no.
they can't.
Lift. Popped it.
Oh,
yeah.
The call. The force stuff away a little bit late, but Mage pretty deep. There's a shotgun through. They'll get rid of him. The Dream Core's down on it too. But the Storm on the free with the Earth Splitter as well. Kezu woken up, but he'll leave behind his teammates. The buyback comes out with the Rubik. They've already lost him and the Undying. And now what do? It's looking like you might got Huskar, but you have to go back because Madara is on the push. Actually, he needs to micro on these illusions to make sure Saberlight can't get close enough. Saberlight doesn't want to get close enough anymore. They're just going for the trade.
Oh, hell no.
Actually, Curry, he's poking at the tier 4s. They need to be careful about this.
That trade's awfully optimistic, though. That's one Terrorblade.
Well, he ends up getting the tower and half the health on the range racks before having to back away.
Not bad.
They almost actually got Morphling on the way out there. They were pinging, but they couldn't get the lift off.
Yeah. Now, that's the danger. You really hope to get a kill on the disengage, but the danger of that, though, is that if they get an offensive pickoff, like, I guess you got your, I guess it's less bad. You still got your tier 2 mid, so there's no danger of double rack. All right, fair enough.
That's a big thing. He's actually done a decent job of making sure that any sort of regression that Hippomanicas has is focused around Huskar, so no one else has been able to just do what they want in their lanes.
Wow, they've got to find a way to get this OD back into the game.
Well, he's trying. He has actually now got the car. We'll be going towards the Yasha next, but the eyes are really on Madara and what he gets next. He's actually going for the Lincoln Sphere. A little bit scared of that E-Blade shotgun build. I mean, I feel like just get BKB actually. At this stage,
that's what I was contemplating.
I just don't think Lincoln does that much for you. There's plenty of ways to pop it as well. A top. Well, they're going to pop this Dazzle. He has no way out of this.
Solar coil on a Dazzle.
Let's go to Shallow Grave. The TP as well. They actually don't have the means to stop him, but he'll die anyway.
Yeah, they had the damage.
He waited too long, actually. He might have been able to make that because it looked like maybe next time was out of range, so he couldn't use the telekinesis lift. But, you know, it doesn't matter. They get the kill. It's just a Dazzle. You force all these heroes to rotate. And Hippomaniacs have actually calmed down. Because they don't have that Aegis anymore, you can already see the BKB queued up and almost complete for Curry. Once Huskar has that, look towards the Vega base, because that is exactly where Hippos will look. Right.
Oh, they're going to be very strong, because this is one of the biggest problems with OD as a hero in the pro game, is that he has absolutely no flash farm. Right? I mean, they've just been trying to give him space for the last couple of minutes, but you know, he just can't farm stacks like a lot of these other heroes.
Well, he has the ability to farm stacks with the new Arcane Orb Equilibrium, but that's like
he gets splashed from the Arcane, and it's also it's so hideously mana inefficient, right?
Without the Equilibrium, yeah, it's basically. But if you were, like, you look in a vacuum from the logic is if you stack this camp X times, it's amazing. But if you look at it from the perspective of the cooldown, you're not going to have it available for every camp you go to.
Right, right. I guess you're right. I guess it is quite a bit better. And this is going to be probably a pickoff on the Axe.
Yep. Axe has no escape from this. He's got the blade mail, but it won't matter.
Tanky with the Crimson.
It buys him a little bit of time, but his end is near. They even use the Astral to ensure they don't have to hurt themselves more.
That's even that though. That's scary, right? That cost OD and Puck like 50% of their HP.
Well, at least they've got Pex who can heal them up nicely. That's something for him. All the while, Madara was just shoving bot with his illusions, making sure that the Morphling could not respond, which is crucial here because this Morph, he's in his prime right now. He does so much damage with his E-Blade. Actually, almost complete the BKB. The timings are there for Hippomaniacs. They are going to get ready to aggress high ground soon. Roche does spawn in a minute's time, so if they can find a pick-off in the next 20-30 seconds, they can immediately take another Aegis.
Yeah, I keep expecting to see one of these two teams run a smoke play.
They just you can.
Okay, all right. The Undying's ferrying it out.
Yeah, I think it's definitely coming from Vega. What I was gonna say there is Hippomaniacs. They might make that move if they won one game down already and they have a lead. They just want to protect that lead at this stage. Just focus around the Roche bit because that's the only thing that matters. Like Huskar is propelled so heavily by Roshan.
Very, very big deal that they just got the D ward here too on the steps leading up for the Roshan pit. Now that makes those wards make it very hard to take a fight as Radiant if Dire has those up, especially if you don't know about him.
And you can actually see the movement from Madara. He knows he can actually hang around this bot area because Hippomaniacs are so committed to that pit. Roche is now up, but if they go in, Madara could go for base again. The question is whether you can risk giving another Aegis over the Huskar.
It gets awfully scary at this point.
This is the biggest power spike Huskar's likely to get at this stage. She's going for Satanic next, but you know, this is the moment.
He's got so much to work with in terms of the BKB and Halberd. And boy, they are really not in position to contest this. This is going to die fairly fast.
Puck scouts it out. The axe isn't here though. They ping. They need to do something right now. It's the best opportunity they're going to have, and they're going to be too late.
Oh, 10% health. No, Roche is gone.
There we go. Aegis actually picked up by Supreme this time.
Vega need to get out of here.
E-Blade through. This steel's going to be the adaptive strike. Scarlet Grave will keep Supreme alive. BKB used as well. This leave is down to OD. They can move across the life break. No, he Astrals himself. They can't get the cool there. He's going to be able to force stuff. He puts the Science Clips down, gets rid of Curry straight away. He's going to move through Astral again. He's still alive, and now Madara arriving means they have to retreat. They're going to chase onto this. Saberlight will look to escape. They lose your old through. Kezu trying to get involved in time. Looks like Mage will go down to the Battle Hunger from Saberlight, but now vengeance will be had as Axe has been found and should be ran down. Hughes comes out, lose your old through, and that will be the end of Mr. Saberlight.
I think Mage straight up saved that fight. He astrals himself as the life break is in the air. He would have died and then hits the Sanity's Eclipse right after coming out.
And as a result, because that life break mill, the Huskar was way too low on HP. He did not even get a chance to eat that cheese.
Right, right. Now that Huskar with the damage potential of the Huskar there could have just destroyed everybody. And you wonder now about the decision of the Aegis on the Morphin rather than the Huskar.
Oh, you know what? They didn't want him.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
They didn't want him getting Science Eclipsed again like last time. That's what it was.
That's true. That's true.
But
right now the Huskar is arguably, I don't know. I think I am all in. I think if I'm Hippo, I'm more like, let's all in now on the Huskar. The Morphling has what he needs to do this nice secondary core with BKB E-Blade, rather than continuing to have Huskar create space for the Morph to farm. And they're going to do that. They're going to set for an aggressive push here.
I mean, I agree. Like, you're in the scenario as the Morph. Like, if you waveform in, you shotgun someone down with E-Blade, you've done your part. Then it's Huskar's job to carry these fights, and he can in the current state. But now without that Aegis, trying to approach high ground here is, I think it's very risky. Especially seeing his Axe has once again shown himself. He does have boosted travel.
Muffin Pexu ships passing in the night down here.
Oof, a little bit close. Closer than they maybe realized there. And look at this split push coming out from Vega. They're going to pressure all the lanes, and they're going to say, all right, Hippo, you want to come to our base? There's going to be a price to pay.
Yeah. Hippo are like, where are our creeps?
Good job from Saberlight nonetheless, though. Like, picking up these boosted travel means he can be the one back here, and Vega, they can't think about going to these fights.
Yeah, I really... like, Madara is moving around the map quite intelligently in these 4-1 sets. He's getting a lot of farm, and he's doing it very safely. Like he's making it look he's making it look a lot easier than it is to not get picked off.
Especially that movement illusions across the mid. Most people just stick them bot and push in, but he identifies that without that mid wave, there's no push opportunity for the side of Hippo. And actually, Marth, he's pretty deep here. And now the call coming out a little bit too late. Terribly getting low, they'll shotgun him down. He at least takes the ET with him.
If that's not the caster's curse, I don't know what is. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I might have to message him afterwards. I totally got him killed right there.
Nahaz takes full responsibility for all of those that just lost money.
Oh.
Damn it. God damn it, Alan. Don't just think of the players. Think of all the betters. They just lost money on that. Like, yeah, Madara's going to have this score at the end. No. No, he's not.
Sorry.
But they still actually apply pressure as they rotate Mage over here to make sure the Axe is stuck in base.
Yeah,
like we said, he can respond quickly.
And there's the escort quest again, as you know, multiple Hippo heroes are like, all right, we're keeping this creep wave alive, guys.
They have to. They won't have a secondary creep wave as Mage breaks it again. Gonna go in here, silenced up. Curry is getting low, but he does have the cheese to work with still. Mage has arrived. He's got the silence eclipse again. Curry, you need to be careful.
Yeah, Husker, low health. Come on, buddy.
He has got the BKB though. He's sustaining pretty damn nicely so far. I'll turn around on the melee, but oh wait, where are our creeps again?
Yes, exactly.
Almost like the side of Vega. Keep cutting those waves. This just buys time, because if this goes too late into the game, this Terrorblade just takes over completely. Like, a Huskar is good, don't get me wrong, but late game, Huskar versus Terrorblade, that is definitely a Terrorblade favored matchup.
Yeah, certainly once you get to a certain point, although it is concerning. I guess in a relative sense, they're keeping up. That gap is staying relatively constant.
Hezu is living life on the edge here. They almost caught him with a call, and then he walked into Huskar as well.
Yeah, and with the call, I mean, you know, look at his HP. He dies in like seconds.
There's the catch with this hero. Incredibly elusive, but incredibly squishy to even it up. And there's the Aegis Reclaim. As Hippomaniacs realize they're never getting high ground, so they'll just take the shrines instead.
Right.
Eyes will be on that next Roche, though, because you can give over these two. You say what you want. The third one is the pivot point. With the Refresher Shard, yeah, let's just say double Cool or double Grave, even double Earth Splitter could really decide a fight in favor of Hippomaniacs.
Although you do have to give a little bit of thought to controlling lanes better as Hippo, because you know Vega playing stall ball so effectively. Kezu gets caught.
Yep, shotgunned up. He's going to make his escape though. He had enough HP and enough magic resistance to be fine. Actually jukes him out and goes the other way. Kezu, balls of steel.
Wow, that was actually really cool.
Saberlight's going to look for him now.
He's going to pick up a TP.
Yeah, no, he needs one, but the call's going to come out. He's gone. They found him.
Oh, I had not noticed that he had no TP there. I thought he was just being super cute with that orb misdirection.
No, that's how he got caught. He was trying to TP out, and then he got caught by the call. I was trying to call the adaptive strike.
Oh, okay. I hadn't seen that the initial adaptive strike broke a channel. All right, that makes sense.
But, you know, if you had to die at any point, probably a good one before Roche is up when the lane's pushed in so that your opponents can't do anything with it.
Yeah, I was making the comment that even though the OD and the puck are still behind all three cores of the Hippo, that the gap is not increasing. That gap has been remarkably stable at like 1K or 2K, which is doable, right? I mean, MNT's pretty farmed. You know, he's got a blink Yules. You know, Vega are still in pretty decent position farm-wise. Hippo have to just be able to control these lanes.
They've definitely stabilized, and the thing to kind of highlight, again, is always going to come down to when you pick a Huskar, you are on a clock. And don't get me wrong, this Morph Link can do a lot for your late game, but the TB plus OD, that's always what's going to come out of my mouth in this matchup, is if this goes too late, these two do a hell of a lot.
Smoke play coming out on the side of Hippo with the Butterfly just completed on the Morphling. So that's going to be... You know, obviously makes him a little bit more sustainable, but that's a nice DPS item. Smoke on smoke here.
Yeah, but they'll know about this.
Radiant
and then this
scan hits.
comes in. Dazzle's the first there. Now trying to move in the disarm. Rubik's going to dodge out with the Yules. Now, Sans Clips gets dropped. The BKB already activated by Morphling means he can run down and finish off maybe next time. Muff gets low, but not low enough. The call's there. They dunk down on OD. The Splitter through as well.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. They've already lost 3 on the side of Vega. Now, Madara, he's trying to retreat through here. On the side, Kezu will run down Muff. But then he'll just TP out as he realizes he cannot help out this Terrorblade. Space created as Madara is still alive. He'll go for the TP, but it's going to be a bold attempt. The zombie reveals everything. The adaptive strike.
Lincoln's
protects him just in time.
Yep, just comes up.
Well, Lincoln's pays off there. I still feel like the BKB might have served him better to fight against them, but at least this gets him out alive. I think the biggest problem is that you know what you're doing. You're looking around, aren't you, Alan? You're going, all right, they took this fight. What do they take now? There's nothing.
Right. That's you already okay. Yeah, that's kind of scary. You already know me too well as a co-caster. I'm looking around, going, okay, you took a big fight, and
question mark?
nothing. Yeah. It you know, that kind of a fight, it doesn't feel good to have a great engagement like that and then just be able to convert nothing because the lanes are just perpetually on your side of the map.
I mean, you know, you get some money out of it, but that's going to be it. They're still going to be up in time for the Roche.
We're past the point that they should have been talking about bots on a hero. They should have talked. You need to actively deal with this split push. This is something that Vega is using. They've had so much control over the pace of this game, even being behind.
Kazu, just gone.
Oh my god!
Supreme with the invis room just walks in and finds the prime target.
That's a good tip there. I mean, come on.
Gotta get what time. It's like, how do you like these runes now, boy? But meanwhile, you're looking to push top. The pings come out, but what's Madara doing bot again? It's the Terrorblade show. And he'll even cut mid as well. There's going to be a TP back from the Axe, but straight away Madara, he has been so tempered. No, not to approach. Oscar just trying to get control in the mid lane. Get that pushed in. Dara has to be careful. He needs to be able to go back to base at any point. But if Saberlight's here, oh, they're going to go on Saberlight. The life break forward down to half HP already. Buyback comes out for the puck as well. They're going to TP back to Dazzle. Dara just toying with him right now. And meanwhile, on the top, they are committing. The BKB was used. The Dream Call is already down, but they don't need to move out of it. Lift's going to be there. Madara needs to get back. No, the call. No! He gets caught trying to TP away.
Oh my goodness.
And that could be deciding right here. Mage moving in with his own BKB. He's got Silence Eclipse, but he can't use it. The BKB on Husker means he's protected. Actually, he hits harder. Lift's going to be there. Drags him back. They can go for the Silence Eclipse.
He's
Opportunity, didn't even know. He needs to move away. The shotgun protects himself in time. And now Pexu will go down to Kari. There's the Silence Eclipse. There's not enough. They morph up just enough. They're the call for it. They caught OD as well. He does nothing to them. And it looks like TB. He's just stuck here committing to this push. He has no TPs. Back in his base. OD is down. They go for the throne. Hippomaniacs may have pulled it off.
Oscar. Oh, MNT, I'm sorry, buddy. Your Yules is not going to... I mean, Oscar just hit Satanic and was back to full HP in under a second. Oh my god, that was insane.
It's absurd, and honestly...
I think Satanic is actually beastly in this patch.
It is. It's insanely good with stats.
Not
Now
just for
Kezu going in. They're going to get him low. They will be able to get him morphing. Now Curry trying to fight against the BKB from Mage, though. Trying to stand his ground, but the regen on Curry still has the cheese to work with. He's going to eat it. Madara is hit now. Going to try and fight against his arm comes out. Life break across onto the Undying. Meanwhile, on the top Axe, he says, I need that final Rax, but he can't get it. Husker trying to move across to help the BKB. It's going to be close, but no.
Oh, the back
they
door.
don't have the damage. The back door protects, and Saberlight goes down as well.
Oh my god, that Rax, I think, was under 100 HP, but the backdoor regen kicks in just in time, saving Mega Creeps. Vega have a life in this game.
They do, but they need to push fast. And honestly, you saw Madara, he had to walk all the way back. I thought he was originally going to try and just run towards the fountain to just get himself killed, because him not being that fight just made it so easy for Hippomaniacs to do what they wanted.
That's a good question. That's a good question, whether he should have done that. It certainly put... You know, we joke about the walk of shame all the time. Early it was like the ultimate walk of angst.
And Axe will buy back. The man that ruined Madara's hopes of defending is ready to defend this Roche. And they know how badly Vega need this to compete. Oh, Jiva's coming in. Punk around the backside. Eltine silenced up. Now going on to Dazzle. The buyback out from Husker. But they won't have a shallow grave for him because Dazzle's the one who uses it and will go down. It's going to be Yules coming out onto the Axe. This time with the Earth Splitter. But Pexu needs to run away. Saberlight getting him low. The call's going to be there. He should be able to just Collins laid him down. On the side though, Husker controlled up the BKB coming out. No, he's just going to heal up. They'll move away. The life break from next time means that he can't move across the chase. So just come out with the Terrorblade in the meantime. He's going to use the Thunder. He turns around. The Silence Eclipse Muff's going to be low. He's still alive using the shallow grave though. And Madara, he can't fight against Supreme. Will bring him down the back foot though. Kezu, he just snipes out. They managed to get 4 members of Hippomaniacs, and Supreme is the last one left alive. Maybe next time here as well. The lift is going to be there. The damage is through. It might be enough to bring him down. But they have to back off.
Oh my god. Vega kited out the Satanic of the Huskar. They knew the minute that he hit that BKB, the Satanic was on the way, and they just got out. So instead of being back to 100% HP as he was during the base push, he only got back to around 50. And then when he re-engaged on the Terrorblade, they had enough nukes to potentially deal with him. The Sunder was spectacular there. That gave Madara like 2k HP to work with.
Absolutely, but even then, you could see how much he was struggling to fight up against the Morphling. Well, this is probably the stage where you go, do I need more damage? Do I need some sort of sustain? No. Terrorblade, he knows what he wants. No BKB, nothing like that. He's going to be going straight for that MKB next. And keep in mind, like, Terrorblade, he was disarmed for the first half of that fight with him. That's why he wasn't killing anyone.
Exactly. But I completely agree. Like, sustain is only going to... Like, you're not going to out-sustain this Husker. I mean, the level of HP regen... The amount of damage that he's tanking during these fights is absolutely ridiculous. You have to engage on him selectively. That was by far the best that they dealt with him all game long in that last fight. Just absolutely beautiful on the positioning by Vega. And Madara realizes that he needs to be able to take advantage if his team creates positioning like that for him.
And the other thing to look at now is Madara, when he gets back up...
Look at this. They're going to try and get through the back door!
Oh, they get it!
Mega Creeps!
They actually managed to get it. That's going to be Mega Creeps now. And all of a sudden, Vega, they had a leg in this game. Things just got 10 times more difficult.
Oh, Lord. I love you, Muff. He's like, all right, follow me, Supreme.
Let's go.
I know the way. I love it.
Yes, folks, you did just hear an official declaration that Nahaz loves Muff. Moving on from that.
Really? Really?
Moving on from that.
I'm married. I don't know what that is. Anyway,
Madara
we do have all of a sudden Vega finding themselves in a position. You know, they have had the superior lane. They've had the superior lane control all game long, but now they have to try and establish that through Mega Creeps. The clock is ticking on this Dire side.
And that's the thing.
They're going to run a smoke play. This is very easy to read, but the Morphling is out front here.
All right. Well, Linga's got popped there, because he has to the adaptive strike talent, and that actually maybe made it a little bit obvious to them. But I think the thing to look at right now is actually more important than trying to zone out for this Roche. But even more important than that is how badly Madara needs a DD. I was going to say he needs level 25 for the attack range to deal Huskar, but DD works too.
This Roche, they have to do this super fast because they're going to get pushed in on while they do this. This top lane is going to be in their base very, very quickly.
Yep. This is a race. Can they do it quick enough? The lift. They actually caught Huskar here. Going to drag him back a little bit. And there it is. Egg is picked up and on the Terrorblade. They might have a chance.
Barreling back. Like they get a creep wave spawn, so they're going to be able to deal with these. And a nice DD rune on Madara, making it even easier.
But this is grim. At least with the Aegis, they have a shot.
Here.
They're going in. They try and find the puck, but Kezu's out.
Puck's out.
Not like this,
he says. All the big abilities on both sides are up.
That's the big focus right now. Buybacks only available on 2 people in this game right now. The Morphling and the Rubik.
Yeah, even with the Aegis, it feels like Vega is man, it feels so bad to have Mega Creeps against you and probably having to take a fight in your own base.
That is the case. Like, they're in the scenario where Hippomaniacs, they could just try and wait out this Aegis. There's no pressure on them because the creep waves are always barreling towards Vega's base.
I just don't... I mean, I think it's probably the right play, but you do have to question a little bit whether that Roshan on the Aegis play was worth it.
Oh, no. That was the last component, the MKB, and Terrorblade bought out on that.
Okay. I mean, he's got Aegis.
That's true, but, you know, if you're taking that fight in your base, you either need that MKB, or you're going to need the third life. Now, you will not have that. Meanwhile, Supreme getting ever closer to that Skadi will always hold him to buyback, though, as he knows how crucial it is at this stage in the game. Just one bad fight, and Vega will be barreling down your mid lane. I feel like the opportunity is very hard now for Vega. I think as soon as they took the Roche, they should have sent Kezu back to push out top and then barrel down mid. That might have been their best shot. Now they're stuck in this limbo.
It's so hard because your lanes are pushing in so fast with Mega Creeps against that you run the risk of winning a fight and still losing a base race.
Oh, shotgun. Pex getting low on HP. The call interrupted. Maybe next time the lift on point. Pex is still alive. BKB comes out in the meantime for Morphling. The sleep is there on the Terrorblade and on the Rubik. They'll go for maybe next time. Yours comes out. Earth Splitter through. Decent damage on the Pex. Now going to turn around the Dream Call. Silence is on the Morphling, but the Shallow Grave will keep him alive. Stannis clips down. Going to get him low, but no. He starts to morph up. He should be fine here. The call's going to come out. Supreme is going to just heal up straight away and look to get away from this. Turns into the Undying. Turns back and dies off.
Are Vega doing it?
They are. They're going to find Saberlight as well. They get 2 big kills. They can force the buyback out on the Morphling, but there is not one available on the Axe.
And they've got to address this top lane, but they're going to have time to do that. Man, I'm telling you, they're showing a lot of patience against Mega Creeps, and they may be able to pull this back.
There is a big problem, though, in that you've just used your Metamorphosis, and you aren't going to get a chance to barrel down mid with it. You just have to use it to push out these lanes again. And this is always the worry that in the current state, every time they find 2 pickoffs like this, it's never enough to get out of the base.
It's just, you know, I can't... I'm not going to flame Saberlight for this, far from it, because his aggression, I think, has really keyed Hippo in a lot of these good fights that they've taken, but they got really split there at the beginning of that fight. It felt like there was no reason why the Axe and the Morph needed to be so far out ahead.
Yeah, so it was pretty overly aggressive, especially trying to find a kill and Undying on the side. Morphling had already used his shotgun combo. And now, look at this. Screw backdoor.
They pushed lanes a little faster than I thought. And they're not going to be able to take a fight at the Radiant base.
They found the Dazzle. They're going to bring him in right now. The Storm's going to be there. Going to get him low. Trying to move in here. They should be able to find him in time. No Shallow Grave for you.
No, and no buyback on the Dazzle.
Huskar going in right now. The disarm actually trying to use it against the BKB there on Huskar. No, he has to disarm them just to push them away. This is not an aggressive use. He's just trying to stay alive. Dara's going to move back in. Looking towards buildings now. He goes, wait, why am I going to the mid when there's a Brax right here? They could even this up on Megas.
All right, Morphling ready. Still got top lane, but there's no 2-3 up top.
There is no Metamorphosis for 40 seconds. They're going to jump right in. They pop the Lincolns. They disarm. They just move away. And now the reflection comes into effect. Supreme doing a lot of damage to himself. Needs to be careful. And they do enough. They've slept the rest of the team. The disarm's there. The Manta dodge to get away. Terrorblade standing his ground. They're going to move in. Now trying to go in here. Puck goes pretty deep. Gets him down to half HP and moves away. BKB moving in. Supreme with the shotgun. Mage forcing his own BKB. Pexu getting low on HP. He should be going down here. And now without the flags there, they have to go back. Regardless of whether there's creeps there or not, they know they can't sustain any longer. Yeah.
That Undying does have buy. Holding on for the moment. Vega doing a much better job maintaining these lanes than we're going to be able to. I mean, obviously, 6-sided Terrorblade has quite a lot of push potential, but you know, your other cores are heroes that can have trouble pushing.
Exactly, and you actually saw that for a moment. You were going to see Madara go for the Boots of Travel. He changed his mind, though.
Right.
Wait, no, he's changed it again. He wants Daedalus, then he wants Boots of Travel. He's in this awkward scenario where they need to be quick to react, but when you've already got Boots of Travel on the puck, it's probably Kezu screaming, wait, I can just do that. You don't need to do that.
Okay. Good. This D ward is actually a great play by Senny here. They needed to take care of that, which they should have known after that 2 engagements ago that Vega had vision over that part of the map, and this is a natural staging area if you can deny vision for the Dire.
They need to do something soon, though, because the thing I'm now eyeing up is the fact that Mage, he's queued the Sheep Stick next. Once you get that with the Refresher Shard, the Silence Eclipse, you can actually kill these people pretty easily.
This is actually, this is really good composure by both of these teams, because it is very easy to make a game and take your side. Please tell me I didn't cast her curse again.
Oh, Curry. He's been caught here. He's going to be whittled down. Now he's going to use Shallow Grave to protect himself on the back, but the Dream Call controls up Supreme. BKB to move through. Curry just distract him on the side. They're not sure whether they want to go for Rona or not. Split this out. Look, they just melt through Terrorblade. The buyback comes out straight away. Now Curry going to try and stand his ground against this. Needs to be careful, though. They can now chase on the BKB's end and stand his clips. Going to get him low. Life break to get away. And he might make an escape. Shallow Grave is there, but no. The pushback, maybe next time. He makes sure the Huskar goes down. The lift is down with Axe as well. They got the Battle Hunger if they want to use it. They slow him down. The call trying to move through to find Mage, but he just kiting him out on the other side. Kezu forces the supports to TP away and leaves Saberlight for dead.
Huskar
was doing something, that's for sure. It actually looked like he was distracting them, because originally Morphling went exactly here, and it looked like he was going to tap buildings, but then he turns around on a Terrorblade.
Yeah, that fight was super, super weird. It looked like they were just gonna kind of try to take that fight methodically and go into the Radiant base as a group, but boy, I'm not quite sure what the communication breakdown was there. I'm pretty sure there was one. You do have to be, one thing I will say is, you know, on the part of MNT, you got to be really careful using and banishing that Huskar if you're the OD, because he does get his regen during that. Speaking of MNT, he's going to go down here in the mid lane. Does have buyback. As
BKB being used, Madara trying to move in, Reflection will not connect. He wants to find something, anything. They smoke up. They're going to keep on chasing. Muff's Glimmer Cape will run out soon, and they know where he is because of the spirit. Retreat. His spirit betrays him. He's going to go for this stomp opportunity. Does connect the sleep, and he is so damn fast.
Yeah, Madara tried to juke that stomp, and they may have been able to get him if not, but yeah.
They have got the waves pushed out, but the problem is so much time wasted. And look at this, Huskar's up in 10 seconds, Axe in 20, and Roche, it might spawn in 10 seconds, but even if it does, can you really take it?
I do not, man. This rework is still so weird to me. How does ET have 464 movement speed right now?
It's like drums plus the
tranks.
It's
a stat yeah.
And then the wind lace.
All of a sudden, the natural stat growth to move speed from Agi coupled with all these percentage bonuses. Huh. All right.
Wind lace is ridiculous value right now for a support. Like I rarely see a wind lace not on a support.
That's what I'm saying. And that the percentage stacks additively. Wow, that's okay.
I mean, I say I rarely see it, and yet he's the only support with it. But still, you get great value, especially on melee heroes with this.
Oh yeah, even like the 5. You're seeing some of even like 6th position captains buying windlaces on their supports now.
Especially seeing as melee heroes of lower speeds got buffed as well.
Right.
Like makes it even easier to try and close that gap between you and Agi heroes.
Man, Vega are trying to control the Roche pit, but the Roche spawn is just a little bit longer than they would prefer. I'm sorry, Hippo are trying to control the Roche pit.
Longer than expected, and look at this split push coming out. Madara and Kez on both sides, and Morphling is on the move. Can he catch out Kezi? The problem is no invis rune this time.
It's the you know what mind screwed me this game was this. I just keep having to remind myself of the splash on the Arcane Orb.
Yes,
and that's got to be why Vega is having such an easy time holding off. I'm thinking like OD versus Mega Creeps, lol. But in fact, OD becomes a pretty decent hero against Mega Creeps now.
He does indeed, and eventually he'll become a powerhouse because that Silence Eclipse he used, he didn't double down because he saw the BKBs out, so he still has that Refresher Shard, and we have yet to see the full potential of it.
That's a very good point, particularly as we're setting up for potentially a game-deciding Roche fight here.
Especially seeing as he's getting close to that Hex. He doesn't want to buy out on it, though. He knows how important buybacks are right now. The problem is, if it's around this Roche pit and you have to make a choice, I think you buy out, just because if you buy back, how the hell do you get in the fight again?
I have to watch more of that Heroes replays. I can't quite get the new OD mechanics committed to memory. You seem to have that down.
Yeah, you just always, like, you always have to remember, just the way to remember how the splash damage, just remember that he can farm Ancients. That's, you're good to go.
Yep.
Maybe next time, he's going to spot out what's going on here. They need to work quick here, though. The Solar Crest is making it so easy.
It is dead so fast.
Madara is nowhere nearby. That is going to be Roche falling. They pick it all up. The call. They've actually caught an Apexu. He's a little bit far forward. They should be able to find him. They just run him down now. Jumping in. Kezi trying to get to work with his BKB's come up. Supreme Man May. Trying to move away. The Earthsplit is going to be there, but won't connect. Madara with the DD. He's doing a lot of damage. He can farm against Sanders Blitz. Going to get Supreme Blood. With the Aegis. Now the Shallow Graves. Madara. He needs to sunder someone. He could go for Morphling when he comes up. Is he going to do it, though? Yes. No. He just goes straight into the Huskar. Turns around. There's the Morphling switch on the Supreme. And he's trying to fight against this. The disarm comes out, but Madara, now you can go and fight against it. The shotgun, Rubik, he saves himself with the stolen Shallow Grave and the buyback there on Huskar. But it looks like maybe next time's going to survive. OD with the buyback trying to get involved. Kenzie will run down Senny in the meantime. Dazzle is dead. And he's
got buyback.
He has got buyback, but the Dazzle is not the concern.
This game is still on.
It is indeed, because the thing that is concerning is you took the Aegis, you took the cheese, you took the Refresher Shard. You might have two of those things, but you don't have the most important one, the second life through the Aegis.
Unbelievable. It's been Mega Creeps for like over 10 minutes.
Vega are refusing to submit here. They might be one game up, but they want a clean sweep. You said about NIP having a chip on their shoulder. Vega got to be feeling the same way.
Wow.
Look at Huskar's next item. He needs, you know, this is more about just constant mobility in these fights. He needs to be able to move around and get on top of people.
Yeah, I like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if he gets CC'd, there's just only so much the Morphling can do. Morph is going to have cheese to work with here.
They're moving in, though. They know Metamorphosis is not available. This is the best opportunity right now. No buyback on the Terrorblade for 2 minutes as well. Supreme taking a lot of damage. Dig on the back foot. Dazzle down to half HP. Kez is going to move out. Protection's going to be there, though. Kari. Now the call connects on to both the cores. They're going to move in. Shallow Grave there for maybe next time to save Nature's life. And now Terrorblade. He can't do anything. He's just He's finally going to actually get out of this. trying to deal with carry. They're trying to go to the tier 4. Supreme down to half HP. The dunk comes out. OD's dead. Supreme's staying alive. Will eat the cheese. Now the call's going to be there. Pexy's being caught. He's going to go down as well. The Tier-Sama again on the Madara. He can't do anything. He's got the Sun and the Shallow Grave to protect. But no, he gets dunked, and it looks like it might be over as Hippomaniacs take the second game to even up the score.
My goodness. That was really cool. Yes, I mean, Hippo, to some people, will be like, oh, well, it took them how long to finish the game against Mega Creeps, but Vega held out very, very well. They controlled the map from start to finish almost in this game. Even against Megas, they were still able to push out these lanes, forced Hippo to take fights in exactly the right strategic situations to take them down. This is real, man, this is a fun region to cast.
Absolutely, highly competitive, and Hippomaniacs, you come into this, most people would have put down Vega as the favorites. But, my God, the way they played that line, you got to give credit to Vega regardless. They ended up getting mega creeped and holding for, what, 15 minutes? Was it longer?
Oh, yeah, and I think I think this was, again, this was a game that Vega really got knocked back because I think they expected this OD to do much, much better early on in lane against the Huskar, and he didn't. And all of a sudden, Vega was like, oh, crap. They had Madara. Madara did a good job running around, farming the map where his team wasn't not getting picked off until the one time, naturally, seconds after I talked about it. But he did a good job sort of keeping his team in it, economy-wise, being sort of the damage engines in the fights. But overall, Hippo they got both the Morphling and the Huskar online. Those heroes were both able to do tremendous damage in the fights. You can see it in the hero damage numbers. Saberlight, with 33k hero damage of his own, actually ends up ahead of the Huskar. He's got to be your MVP in this game, right?
No, definitely. He done a fantastic job there. I got to give a lot of credit to MNT. Despite them losing, though, those critical steals, time and time again, proving what Rubik can do late game.
No, I mean, there were some nice grave saves onto Madara. You know, he had life break at several points in that game. This was a really good effort by a lot of these players. And yeah, I'd happily cast a series again.
All right. Well, I am just finding out. So, hold on a second.
Yeah, are there tie breaks now?
There should be a tie break. I'm just discussing now. So we were originally going to be doing the NIP versus Tribe series, but that tiebreaker is done. So what we're going to do is we'll cast the tiebreaker for Vega versus Hippomaniacs, and then we will be covering, after that, we'll be covering the winner of that versus OG.
Oh, beautiful. So we get to do this again?
We do. We get to see them going again. Is it best of one or best, like...
Best of one.
I think it's best of one. It's got to be best of one.
It's best of one. Yeah, I think they had to play a tiebreaker, and I think they were talking about a tiebreaker in the other bracket potentially. That's going to be best of one.
All right, so we're basically getting a true best of three, guys. We're going to go to a short break, and then we'll be back for Hippomaniacs versus Vega Squadron Mark 2, Take 2, or Take 3 in this case, because it's 1-1 apiece, and we need a victor to decide who's going to face off against OG. Stay tuned.